15 all.
Michael Parkinson, I believe, there, enjoying a day off. Probably be asking a few questions, I'm sure.
Well, he's got a very fierce backhand, and he can hit it very flat. There is a fairly flat one, and this is just lashed past Edberg. An off backhand from the left-hander, unusual. Inside out.
One of the 30 all. One of the classic backhands of all time, Stefan Edberg's. I suppose you'd rate him almost along with Ken Rosewall and Don Budge.
(40-30).
Well, I thought Stefan Edberg was a little bit unwise to go in then.
Game, Houston. Edberg leads 3 games to 2.
So Thomas Muster showing us how much better he is on grass than he was when he started here at the beginning of the week. And I think, Bill Threlfall, the intriguing thing here is with somebody who is such a fine tennis player, is the time for him playing here and practicing, or rather I think he's playing in Halle next week, is the time for him to make an impression as perhaps the number 2, 3, 4 or even 5 seed at Wimbledon. It depends what happens on Monday.
Well, I must say, John, at the beginning of this week, I thought absolutely no way. And halfway through his match with Raoux in his first round, Muster's first round here, when he really struggled to get through in a tie-break final set, I thought absolutely no way. I mean, should he be seeded at all, for example, at Wimbledon? I'm now not sure that he couldn't win the tournament. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way he's adapted on grass. He's lashing these passing courts, these passing shots around. And he's even volleyed pretty well, and we've seen him play that one exceptional point near the net. And so he's a sort of animal on court. He's growing with the grass here, and I don't know what he couldn't do. He could win this tournament, certainly. I don't know that he'll win this match, but he's proving very, very good and very adaptable. And he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
(15 all). (15 all).
Kept that very low, that return, which is exactly what you try and do against a man who's going to be coming in all the time. Yes, that's the first of what may be several foot faults today.
Well, I think this shows speed of thought and movement by Muster, which again is exceptional. He plays that as a drive volley almost on the deck. I mean, that was another unbelievable shot. I don't think I've ever seen that shot played by anybody, including Agassi.
Oh, well, even that's in. The miss hit. Well, he may apologize, but he'll take it. Well, now, 2 points to break back.
Game, Muster. Three games all.
Well, what a lovely game for Muster, making life difficult for the server with the top spin on the return, dipping, and the first volley of Edberg really defensive, and the passing shot absolutely lethal. 3-all. So never rule out a good match player, even though he may be on an unfamiliar surface. Well, I think it was, yes, I think that was good, you know. Must have disappointed. Well, look, decide for yourself whether this is in or out. I don't think much doubt about it. No, that's just out.
15-40.
Yes, we're right behind that line. I'm afraid it was out. Ronnie Lightgive there, the coach and manager of Thomas Muster, who was so supportive in those painful, literally, months of rehabilitation in 1989.
30-40.
Oh,
Game.
perfect.
Edberg. Ball change. Edberg leads 4-3.
Well, Bill, what a character this Thomas Muster is. As you've suggested, he's fun to watch. And I think it was a little unfair of Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi to suggest that when he became the world #1, as he did last March, February rather, that he wasn't a worthy world #1.
Yeah, well, I think so too, and I think so increasingly, having watched him this week, and also the fact that was it not him that beat Pete Sampras to win a indoor carpet tournament, and beat him comprehensively. In fact, he destroyed Sampras, and he won a title there. So he is a versatile player who can play on all surfaces, and here he is. Here he is playing another exceptional point. This is on Edberg's serve. Look, he's well behind the baseline here, but he decides to come forward, and this is where he plays that extraordinary shot that's about 2 inches above the grass. And to play a drive volley, which does need topspin, from that sort of position, with the ball 2 inches above the grass, shows really exceptional skill.
Thank you.
But Edberg temporarily at least back in the driving seat, ahead with a break of serve again at 4-3.
Love. 30-12.
Oh, yes. So graceful to watch.
40.
And he comes in and punches these volleys, skipping little steps sideways, beautifully balanced, and the little jog to the right there in case it had come back. Typical Edberg point.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 5-3.
With his first love game. So Edberg warming to the task on a lovely warm summer's afternoon at Queen's Club. The sort of afternoon that seems was made for tennis.
Love 15.
Well, this pulls Muster wide, and then Muster fails to get his feet sorted out here. can't get them moving to get back. He would have done if he can. He never quits on a point.
15 all. Thirty 15.
Change of tactics there by Muster, attempting the lob. That one was short. He lobbed very well yesterday, Muster, in his match.
(40-30).
Yes, coming in behind a good sliced approach, keeping the ball low. Copybook grass court tennis. Forcing the error.
Deuce.
One of the classic backhands of all time, Stefan Edberg's. I suppose you'd rate him almost along with Ken Rosewell and Don Budge.
(40-30).
Well, I thought Stefan Edberg was a little bit of backhand, and he can hit it very flat. There is a fairly flat one, and this is just lashed past Edberg. An off backhand from the left-hander, unusual. Inside out.
One of the
30 all.
Unwise to go in then.
Game, booster. Edberg leads 3 games to 2.
So Thomas Muster showing us how much better he is on grass than he was when he
$15 all.
Michael Parkinson, I believe, there, enjoying a day off. Would be asking a few questions, I'm sure.
Well, he's got a very fierce